I can't start here anymore because this is going to be closed. Hold up, I need some water. I think the humidity is so high today. Yo, I feel like today's the day I'm gonna take back everything I said about summer. Why do I need so much water today? All right. All right, we're gonna get started soon. Just I like to wait like 2-3 minutes before I get started. So Grand Army Plaza is supposedly gonna have construction around here, which is going to go on until 2025, which means I can't start here anymore, which means Ambrose can't come here anymore. It's 432 Park Avenue. I mean, there's not much to take pictures here, so I'm always confused when tourists come here. I mean, I guess they take pictures of the Plaza Hotel here, but besides that, it's pretty generic, especially without the water fountain. I think when they see a logo here, that makes them want to come here. I mean, that's how it always works. Every time there's like a local, someone who looks like a local that goes to a halal cart, usually the tourists follow along. That's something I noticed. If I go to a halal cart, I see like 2 or 3 tourists right behind me. Usually. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Alright, I got like 3 pre-recorded videos in the chamber. 4 if you include the one that I don't think I'm gonna post, a nightlife. I was thinking about doing one after the stream, a sunset walk along the pier. But I don't think the atmosphere is that great today. Kind of cloudy. It might rain. All right, I'm gonna get started. All right, today is June 2nd, Sunday, 2024. It's 5:57 p.m. Eastern time, and it's 78 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how many degrees Celsius. I'll tell you what Nightbot tells me. And I think it's like 24 degrees Celsius. And we're gonna walk up to the Porto, the usual Midtown route, and then from there we'll go through 14th Street to Gansevoort Beach, Little Island, and we'll probably keep going down depending on the time. Yeah. All right, let's go. Or we could go to Hudson Yards and then go to the pier. Oh, I gotta throw this coffee out. When I was on the train today, there was this like homeless guy. I don't know if he was homeless, but maybe he was prior. It's really hard to say. He looks like he's in rough shape, but he didn't smell or anything. And he sat next to me. And when I took out my phone, he kept looking my way. I think he was trying to see if I was recording him. And I was not trying to record him or anything. I was just trying to check my stuff. And he kept looking that way, and it started to make me feel uncomfortable. So I just stopped looking at the phone. I was trying to set up my stream. Because I think he probably had experiences where people were recording him on the train, which, I mean, I can understand. You know, he's still a human being. Oh, so, yeah, let me show you. This is going to be under construction. in May 2024. Construction is expected to be completed in summer of 2025. So yeah, I'm gonna need a new starting point. I can't be there anymore. That's a long time, yo. If I keep doing YouTube, how far will I get by summer of 2025? We'll see. Cloudy day. Hey, what's up, Marvin? What's up, Lee? What's up, Jethro? I think I said what's up, Kevin, but I'll say what's up, Kevin, a second time. I think the CD scammers come in front of Bergdorf Goodman. However, they have left. And when I came here to do my stream, I saw a couple police officers right over here. Right here. They were waiting right over here. But it seems like they're gone now, or maybe they relocated. But usually the CD scammers, they're in Times Square, but I think they kicked them out. They still hang around there, but they migrated here. I don't know after here where they're gonna go, because they're real aggressive. I mean, fake monks also are doing something unethical, but at least the fake monks aren't as aggressive as the CD scammers. That's probably why they let them do their thing. Since the fake monks are not aggressive, they let them do their thing. But I think they should probably be more strict even with them. Also, I found out that the Bronx Zoo is actually free on Wednesdays, but I think there's conditions. So this is in theory. I need to put it in practice. I don't know if I'll put it in practice. I might just pay for it. But you have to reserve the tickets. I was wrong. I was wrong.
You gotta wear the backing like Stella.
What the? All they did was move one block over, and then I don't know where the cops go. They disappeared. They moved one block over. Oh, sorry. And like, the cops seem to just not care. I don't know. There's a fake Trump over there who's I think he has a page too, dedicated to being fake Trump. Hey, what's up, Michael? So this is gonna be the standard Fifth Avenue walk. I was thinking about starting at Herald Square, but I don't know. I changed my mind. We haven't done Midtown in a while anyway. Kept doing West Village, and yeah, we did West Village. I don't even know where else we went. You know when people said hi to me in Lexington Avenue and I got all weirded out? That's because over there's New Yorkers, so I don't know why New Yorkers would say hi to me, especially in Lexington Avenue. I can understand this avenue, Fifth Avenue, because it's a bunch of tourists who might not necessarily know the culture here. So Okay, I feel like there's a bunch of people listening to my conversation.
So you need?
Hey, what's up, Patricia?
What? We're going to coach. Cross mechanic. Come on.
There are times where someone tried to mimic my jaywalking and they almost failed and got ran over because I timed it well, and they just tried to copy me, going right behind me, and they didn't time it well, and almost didn't work out for them. So it's better to try to jaywalk with your own intuition. I'm not saying that you should jaywalk, technically it's illegal, but you should use your own intuition as opposed to following people, because that can mess you up. Yo, thanks so much, WM, for your $5 super chat. We got, I don't even know the name of this guy, Soft Ice Cream. Over here making a crazy turn. Enjoying your live stream, Owen. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. So yeah, so before I was talking about the Bronx Zoo. So yeah, it's free Wednesdays, but you have to physically go and get the tickets on Monday. So you gotta go one time just to get the tickets online, and then you get to go on Wednesday. So you kind of have to go 2 times. That's in theory. I didn't put it in practice. And also, you can pay $17 to get all the extra attractions like Congo, where you see the gorillas and everything. So I don't know, I'm thinking about doing that. Maybe not. I don't want to go to the Bronx 2 times. It's a long train ride from Queens. I mean, the only time that's convenient is if you live right next to the Bronx. All right, my bad. There's just a whole lot of music going on. Man, there's a whole lot of tourists here too, and a whole lot of slow walking. And that guy over there is a commuter. That's why he's walking to the left and walking slightly faster. Let's see what we got here. Sorry. Sometimes I just have to wait so you guys don't get a crowded look. Hey, what's up, DWG? Yeah, like, especially a New York Avenue, like Lexington Avenue or Park Avenue, if someone says hi to me, I get weirded out and I start looking everywhere, and I don't know if I'm being punked or scammed, because that's how weird it is to do that. Holy smokes. I noticed that like Soho is full of happy people too, but their happiness is based on the locals. It's not necessarily. It's not necessarily.
Ah, no, vedi, a Rockefeller Center,
It's like
top of the rock.
impossible to walk through. St. Patrick's Cathedral, we went in there. So yeah, he says, Peter says their happiness is they made it through another day. I would say that's like Lexington Avenue and Park Avenue. Over here is Tourist Avenue, where everybody's really happy to be in New York for the first time and experiencing it. But I think Soho happiness is because they're young, and yeah, I think when you're really that young, because there's a lot of young people in Soho, you're still like new to experiencing life. You still haven't reached the stage where you turn cranky and grumpy, I guess you could say, and feel the mundaneness of life. Marvin says you are not visually known. People see you at a blogger and say hello. Yeah, in a way I'm kind of happy I'm not visually known, because I would hate to be famous. Saks Fifth Avenue, the Fifth Avenue. So anytime you see pedicabs, then you know there's always tourists around. I mean, you probably instinctually know that by now, but you notice when we get to Lower Manhattan, there's no pedicabs. That's because there's little to no tourists, but if it ever reaches a point where there's more tourists in Lower Manhattan, then you'll see the pedicabs start going there as well. I don't know, these never really turned into anything. I don't know, did this fail or was this the whole point? Here we are at Rockefeller Center. Which is your favorite and least favorite borough? Damn, that's a hard question. So I think Brooklyn or Queens are very similar, but Brooklyn is becoming more gentrified first than Queens, and I guess you can say the hipsters and the younger people are moving in and leaning towards Brooklyn. Queens is still laid back, semi-suburban, and still, I feel like Queens is still a hidden gem and hasn't been gentrified completely yet. The Bronx still has that 90s gritty feeling to it. Manhattan has the tourists and everything that you might want, but it's really, really loud, depending on which area you live in. Let me see. I mean, I'm biased to Queens. I probably like yeah, I think Queens I like the most, even though I grew up there. It's because it's right next to Manhattan, Astoria, Queens, or Long Island City, Queens. It sounds like I'm biased, but it's right next to Manhattan, and it hasn't been swarmed with tourists yet. And yeah, it has a suburban and urban feel to it. Maybe a close second will be the Upper West or East Side, because it's right next to Midtown. Very easy access to Central Park. From Astoria, that train I took that you saw me in Astoria, it only takes 15 minutes to get to Midtown Manhattan, assuming there's no delays. So depending on where you live in the Upper West and East Side, it'll still take you 10 to 15 minutes to reach Midtown Manhattan, depending on the train you take. So that's probably why I try to be as objective as possible. Least favorite will be Staten Island. Yeah, Staten Island is like the forgotten borough. And I thought that since it's the forgotten borough, that the real estate prices would be less, but it's actually more or less the same as Jersey. Jeez, yo, this guy escorting him? Oh. I thought he was escorting the, hey, what's up? I thought he was escorting the fire truck, because he was going fast too. Hey, what's up, Shannon? And you say your favorite is the east side of Manhattan? I gotta explore more of the east. I think, I don't know if I should tell you guys, at the West Village, after I did a pre-recorded video, some random guy pushed me. He pushed me. Yeah, he looked like scrawny and very mentally ill. And I don't know why I had the reaction I had. I just didn't care. I was just like, I just put my stuff away. As I was putting my stuff away, I was paying like 10% of my attention to him to make sure he wasn't doing anything. And I think after he pushed me, he realized, yo, maybe I picked the wrong guy. He's like not scrawny enough, and he could beat me up. So he just walked away as well too. Because I knew that like if he did try something, like he wouldn't win in a fight, right? Like that's how scrawny and skinny he looked. And that's not me like trying to be like arrogant. It's just I just felt that way. I think the lizard primal brain takes over, because I had to actually reflect on why I acted like the way I did. And yeah, that guy, I don't know what happened afterwards, but hopefully he didn't do anything else to anyone else. And I let my guard down because I was in the West Village. So since I was in the West Village, I didn't really expect anything. Because the West Village is usually safe. I don't know where that guy came from. It was right after I finished my pre-recorded video, and I was just looking at the footage, and like I felt something like push behind me, and he said, "Get the F away from me." And then I looked at him, and he just kept looking and walking away, and he didn't pursue me, and I just didn't care, because like if he actually tried something, it would just not end up good for him. Yeah. So I guess you have to be careful everywhere and anywhere you are, because you never know. I let my guard down because I was on the West Village, but here's the Dills. And after like I put my stuff away, I went next to him, not as like a, not to like make myself like, hold on, there's so many people here. Yeah, so after I put my stuff away, as I was walking, I did like stay next to him as I was walking away. I didn't really care, but he didn't do anything. He didn't say anything. He looked at some of the cars, looked like he was gonna punch them or something. But yeah, you always have to keep your guard up no matter what. That was my mistake. Oh yeah, she didn't want to be on the live stream. I think she saw the live stream, that's why. I think I underestimated my reach. She probably saw it and she didn't like what she saw. And based on her body language, I don't think she ever wants to be on the live stream. This is a line for a deal, so it's gonna be nearly impossible to get a deals in the summer. Maybe you have a better chance of in the winter when nobody wants to wait. Yeah, press the like button, guys. Liking the video has an immediate effect on the reach of the channel. All right, let's go through Times Square. We'll just zoom right through Times Square. I'm not gonna stay there too long because we're doing the standard Midtown Manhattan tourist route, which is why you see most tourists here. Tourists start to dwindle around Herald Square because after that, I think they don't know where to go. I mean, I'm just assuming because every time we get out of Herald Square, we go to Hudson Yards or we go to Flatiron District, you start to notice like less and less tourists in terms of percentages.
Well, it was all.
Shannon says either that or she realized she was too drunk, high on that first day. So yeah, I'm gonna start posting more pre-recorded videos. I'll be in the chat if you guys want to be in it. I have the Chinatown Little Italy video. What else? The Hudson Piers video and the nightlife video. I haven't worked out in a week. I feel like I'm getting skinny. So I go home today. I gotta decide whether I edit the video or I work out. All right, we're at transitioning from 6th Avenue to 7th Avenue. As I've said before, it's like entering a different world. Once you get into Times Square, the traffic is increases by approximately 500%, 5x. Well, you can get a deals if you wait online early. So if you wait like at 5:30, you probably in the summer probably only have to wait what 45 minutes or 40 minutes. I don't think a deals probably tastes as good in the summer anyway. Not necessarily that it tastes bad, it's just the experience is worse because it's the heat, right? So you're getting hot lamb over rice or mixed over rice in the heat, and eating in the heat, it won't be that pleasing. Oh, I didn't pass by the Ghostbusters building. I think I'll do that when I'm in next to the financial district, because I usually don't go down there too much because it's not really that lively there. I go there if I want to see the Charging Bull, Oculus, maybe when Smorgasburg is on that food festival right next to the Oculus, and then I transition to the Brooklyn Bridge to Dumbo. So usually I kind of have like a lot of sightseeing route when I go there to make up for the lack of people and liveliness. But I'll go there when I go around there. We got music going on here. All right, we're in Times Square. Just gonna zoom through it right quick, and then we'll be back in 6th Avenue. I wish it was on stream so you guys could have seen it. You guys could have seen like the situation unfold.
Like that was the
But usually I'm not standing still in the stream, so it probably likely would have never happened. Yankees or Mets. I'm not really a big baseball guy, but what I will say is that my childhood friend, he put me on the Yankees, right? So I guess Yankees. He was a big Yankees fan, and by design, I guess not by design, by peer pressure, I guess, I'm also one.
Sightseeing, guys? You wanna go tonight, bro?
Nah, man, I'm a New Yorker. I was like, nah, man, I'm a New Yorker.
You know how fun it is?
Oh my goodness, it's Times Square. What's gonna happen in Times Square?
Super, that show was pretty ass until the end.
It's like we already know what's gonna happen in Times Square. Oh, there's two Ghostbuster buildings. There's one in Central Park West. There's one in Tribeca. I think the one in Tribeca is the main one. That's the usual strategy for the costume characters. They try to prey on the kids. The kids, look, they're after the kids. The kids! Get the kids! Like, as soon as they see the kids, they see money, 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 money. Well, look, it's New York Life Vlog. Oh, my bad, guys.
Come up to any one of us right here, and we
Where's
can pray for you. If you feel this spark in your heart, and this tugging on your heart, that you want to do something more, Jesus is tugging your heart, and He wants you
It's
to
New
give
York
your
Life
life
Vlog.
to Him.
Woo!
You can commit your life to Him right now. You can come pray with me individually.
All right, I
You can
need to
do
get
whatever.
out of here.
You can just come up to me and pray with one of us. Jesus wants to see you in heaven.
We need to get out of here.
There's a stirring that's going on here. There's a fire that is being lit, and it is spreading throughout this whole community. And I know somebody's heart is on fire.
Hey, look, it's P. Diddy. No, I'm just kidding.
He's just off.
I thought it was P. Diddy. Jeez.
He wants to love him. All you have to do is receive His love. That's all we're doing.
I don't want to mess up the photo. Sheesh. All right. Yep, it's actually live. Some channels are, the 12-hour live streams you see are not live, all right? I could pretty much almost guarantee you that. There's only one guy that does really, really long live streams, but his primary thing is on Twitch. Anytime you see a channel with 11 hours and 59 seconds or 11 hours and something seconds consistently past live streams, no, they're not live. They pre-recorded the video and they looped it at certain points for you to think it's live, when it's actually not. All right, we are stuck. I'm going the right way, but everybody's going the left way. I will say, you know, maneuvering out of Times Square is very difficult because there's just so much going on and so many people, especially me with my New Yorker maneuvering skills, juking left and right. It's even for me it's difficult, so I guess for you guys it will be a little harder. Hey, what's good, man? How's it going? Yes, it's a streaming platform, mostly for gamers. I think, in my opinion, Twitch is good in the short term, more instant gratification, but I think YouTube is better in the long term. Also, it's so much harder to traverse through Times Square than the other avenues. All right, we're gonna escape over there next to the Gap store, transition back into 6th Avenue. You know, when it comes to tourists, I can't even blame them for walking slow because they're sightseeing, right? So it's not like they're doing it purposely. It's just natural to be able to want to sightsee. Let me cross the street here. Like the video, guys. Like the video. Liking the video helps. Shannon asked what I do for a living. It's a real complicated tangled web of mess. If I ever get to 100K subscribers, I'll tell you guys everything. All right, we're in the quiet part of Times Square. That guy took a picture of me thinking that I'll react, but too bad it didn't work. Oh, right. I don't know what this is. All right, anyways. I don't know, guys, it smells over there. I mean, I'm just being honest, it smells over there. Or maybe it's right there. All right, I need to escape. Times Square is so hard to escape. Get out of Times Square.
No, it wasn't Broadway.
Virgil's Barbecue and Bar has a long line. I don't know. Yeah, it is this. Sometimes it's the neighboring restaurant, but no, it is actually that. Jerry, come on, keep doing your thing, brother. Your streams are fire. A bunch of emojis. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing my thing, man. Thanks for the support. The portal keeps closing too early for me to even get there. One day I got to do a day stream. Tomorrow I'll be able to start early, but actually I think I want to do a pre-recorded video because 1-2 p.m. is good for a pre-recorded video since the sunlight is at its peak. I think they had some food festivals going on today, but a lot of the food festivals have repetitive vendors. So the ones that you see on my channel, on my archive live streams, most of those vendors are the ones you would have saw if I went today. So I just felt like I'm not sure if they're worth going. I mean, if I go next time and I see the same vendors, I'll just walk through and let you experience the ambiance of the people there as opposed to trying to show you every vendor. Skies are like semi-cloudy. The forecast said it's going to be cloudy, so there's a chance that it might rain, but it's not too bad actually. I noticed that the Canal Street vendors are usually in Soho more and more aggressive around the Soho. Probably that's why I call them the Canal Street vendors, because that's where you see most of them. That's because Soho is a fashion district, probably where the most high-end designer and shopping malls are, even more than Fifth Avenue in my opinion. I don't know if that's blasphemous to say. But it makes sense why they're there more, because people buy them over there because it matches the market. Let me keep going this way. The 42nd Street Bryant Park Station, sometimes around the entrance and where you use your Omni, sometimes there are shady characters, so I would say be careful. I mean, it's probably like a 5 out of 10 chance. 50%, that's too much. 3 out of 10, 30%. We're gonna go through Bryant Park, check out the lawn, check out the atmosphere, and then we'll go through 6th Avenue. There's a concert going on there, right in front of Salesforce, but it's pretty crowded there. Yeah, I gotta do some rain walks too. I want to do some rain walks. I hope rain's heavy that day. I told you I was gonna post a lot of content in the summer, but I want to be both. I want to be a live stream channel and a 4K walking channel. That's why you gotta be careful. You can get hit. The more left you go. Waffle and gingers in Bryant Park is so good. I've never tried it. How much are they? Probably real expensive, but probably worth it. Actually, they have the coffee prices. Oh no, they do have the prices. You can just order here. Jerry says, Mo and you are the most informative streamer on NYC YouTube. Oh, man, I appreciate it. I try to be as informative as possible. I try to not keep any dead space. I mean, some days my brain isn't firing as it should, so I don't talk as much. But yeah, I noticed that the more I stream, that is a skill that's very difficult to master. Someone's gonna say, if you're trying to be a live stream channel and a 4K channel, that makes you a jack of all trades and master of none, which I actually argue myself with that, which is kind of true, but I think I could do both. When you try to do too many things, you become a jack of all trades, meaning you're kind of good at everything, but master of none. We're at Bryant Park, which is why they usually say you should focus on one thing and try to get really good at that. I think I could do really good 4K filming and do good live streams. Damn, yo, summer is full effect and summer hasn't even started. That's crazy, man. We still got 18 days until the first day of summer. I feel like when it's the first day of summer, people are gonna be like, what? I thought summer already started like weeks ago. Weeks ago. Jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better a master of one, says Shannon, which was an outside quote because she put it on quotation marks. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's better than to do YouTube. You got to be a jack of all trades. Technically, you need to know how to edit. You need to know how to communicate. You need to know how to do a whole lot of stuff. The carousel is closed. I mean, if it rains, you can still kind of enjoy yourself. You just have to put the table underneath these umbrellas. There's various umbrellas around here in Bryant Park. But usually when it rains, even if it's the summer, the park is dead. Even if it's nice weather. The rain kills all parks. How do we get out of here? Oh, we could go from that way. There's a lot of corner entrances in Bryant Park. There's like the main one right there, around 6th Avenue. And then there's a few in the corner on the sides. Man, that kid is after the pigeon. I feel like when I was little, pigeons were more, sensitive to human interaction. I remember as a kid, it didn't take that long for me to get close to a pigeon, for the pigeon to fly away. But now it actually takes a long time for the pigeon to fly away, which means their sensitivity has, decreased, yeah, decreased. Their sensitivity has decreased, lessened. I guess at that time more kids were chasing after pigeons, so the pigeons were more sensitive. That's why the other day you saw me get close to a pigeon. I just wanted to test the sensitivity of how they react to humans, and yeah, a lot less sensitive. 42nd Street, Bryant Park, transitioning out of Bryant Park into 6th Avenue, and we will go to Koreatown, and then from there we'll go down Broadway to the Flatiron District, and then go through 14th Street and probably go down the pier. Are we gonna make it to the Sunset? Yeah, we probably will. I can't guarantee how lively the pier is going to be. It's past sunset. It's a Sunday. The financial district is probably dead, because usually the employees, I don't know, a lot of people, they jog from the financial district on the Hudson pier. That's what it seems like. But I could be wrong. We'll see. This is the part where the tourists start dwindling, and you see, like, I think 50-50, 50% New Yorkers and 50% tourists.
That's probably where Nana was.
That's probably why they made the bus only lanes when I think about it now, because if you're driving here, you're pretty much stuck in traffic. And for the bus to even make its schedule, they probably had to make a bus only lane, because then it would just be no point in taking the bus if they have to conform to the regular cars, because there'd be no way for them to make their schedule without a bus only lane. So that was probably the rationale. Because sometimes you see in these live streams the way this gridlock is and the way the cars are stuck in traffic, it feels like it would be more of a pain to take the bus. But luckily the buses have bus only lanes. But the bus only lanes haven't completely spread to all boroughs. I think it slowly is. It might eventually get to a point where it's just more efficient to take the bus than it is to take a car. But this bus only lane seems to not have that coloring, you know, that red color. So I don't know if it's enforced. I'm pretty sure the ones with the red colors are enforced. Let me cross the street. There's that guy. So we could easily get to Herald Square. I didn't even see the Nightbot on Celsius. Let me see. Oh, nobody checked the weather? All right. Because the humidity is kind of crazy today. At least for, I guess, New York City standards. I got across the street and they had the light. There are like people that wear AirPods in the sidewalks. I highly don't recommend that because you get shoved from behind by some random mentally disturbed person like I did around the West Village. You just don't know what can happen. And I'm not trying to scare people. It's just there's so much random things that just happen out of nowhere, and if you don't have a certain level of alertness, you know, something can happen. Just like me, when I completely let my guard down in alertness around the West Village and that guy pushed me, that's what happens. And when you have your AirPods on, you really disable your alertness. You really hinder your alertness. Wait, is it time to go? What's this guy doing? He's stuck? Sunday fun day. That's what they say, right? They say Sunday fun day. Sunday is mundane. No, Sunday is mundane towards the end of Sunday, because I think there's the Sunday blues where you have to go to work the next day. The dread of Sunday. We should try Sunday in the daytime more often. I have a feeling it's way more lively, because in reality, around this time we see mostly tourists. That's because the New Yorkers, if they decide to go out, it's probably in the daytime because they need a little bit of buffer time and rest time before they have to go to work the next day. Here's the Empire State Building. 34th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. Well, technically it's in 5th Avenue. The entrance. All right, you got to be in the crosswalk, not on the bike lane, unless you want to get hit by a bike. So no matter where you are, you need to keep your alertness up at a minimum level. That's what I learned from being at the West Village at night. The whole atmosphere and vibe seemed so peaceful and calm, and just like nothing was gonna happen to me. And yeah, I got pushed from behind by a mentally disturbed person when I let my guard down. So I think you need a minimum percentage, maybe like at least 10%, 20% at least 10% if it's a really safe neighborhood. At least if it seems safe. Oh.
Wow.
So once the cold weather starts setting in, usually you don't see people playing ping pong here for obvious reasons. All right. Well, at least the police stopped at the red light. All right, here we are at Greenlee Square. Let's actually go inside the square. What's up? What's up? All right.
I know he's just like worried about me being
So Link NYC isn't just for Wi-Fi. You can also charge your phone. I mean, can you make the argument that someone could hack your stuff? I mean, you'd have to check if there's an adapter, but I don't think there's a way to really, you know what, I'm not going to make any recommendations. I will just say that do it at your own discretion. But you should definitely check the USB port to make sure there's no type of adapter or something there, because maybe someone will try to steal your information. Just like, you know, in the gas station, if you use your card, you want to tap your card. You don't want to insert your card. And if you have to insert your card, it's best to you know, check the card reader, make sure nothing is attached to it. Does it depend on the area? Certain areas are safer to walk around. Ask Lizzie Banks. Oh no, this one I can't get. Yeah, Midtown Manhattan is safe. Lower Manhattan is safe. Financial District is safe. Dumbo is safe. Just be careful the more uptown you go around Harlem, and also parts of Bronx and South Bronx. Just keep your alertness level up and you'll be all right. For the most part, nobody will bother you, which is true. But if you ever take your phone out in a sketchy neighborhood and try to film like a tourist, that's when you might run into problems, which is the reason why it's harder for us to go, because we have a camera, right? So when we have a camera, people are very resistant to the camera. Let's just say that. They get hostile around the camera for whatever reason. That's the problem. So as long as you don't have your camera out, even the sketchy areas aren't too bad. Just keep your alertness level up, and yeah, just watch the surroundings. You'll be all right. We're gonna go through Koreatown, and then yeah, we'll go through Broadway. Midtown is where most of the tourists are. Oh, so throughout this stream, what I'm walking through is mostly Midtown Manhattan. At least a big chunk of it. I didn't really walk through the Midwest side, so it's crazy here.
Full 7 years.
I'm starting to see like more and more people in Koreatown. All right, I'm going to jaywalk this way. And then transition into Broadway. I wonder why the NYPD is here.
They're literally.
Koreatown is between 5th and 6th Avenue and 32nd Street, which is where I am. So if you see the street name, it does say 32nd Street, but it also says Korea Way. LaShawn says, new to NYC, new to the channel, only been in NYC twice. Going there again, any suggestions? Too many to count. In terms of sightseeing, not necessarily food, but Soho, Chinatown, Financial District. In the Financial District, there's the Charging Bull, Oculus. In Midtown, there's Times Square. There's Rockefeller Center. There's also Hell's Kitchen, where there's rows of restaurants. Central Park is in Midtown. Hudson Yards. And in Hudson Yards, you can go to the High Line, and you can also go to the pier. You'd have to go to my backlog of content. Hey, what's up, Pedro? Koreatown, which I just went through. West 32nd Street, Korea Way. So now we're going to transition into Broadway. Oh, right, that guy. I hate the way these cross streets are. It confuses you. Because that walk sign is actually for that street. But the way it's positioned, it makes me think it's for me. Chinatown, Manhattan was a favorite of mine, says LaShawn. Yeah, Chinatown has the cheap eats. Like if you want cheap eats relative to Manhattan, which is like the asterisk, you want to go there. And if you have no choice but to eat in Manhattan, that's probably where you'll get the best bang for your buck in terms of array of restaurants. Besides that, in Midtown, all I know is Adil's and Halal Guys. Halal Guys is $11 and Adil's is $9. But everything in Midtown is pretty overpriced, so. All right, we're in Broadway at West 31st Street. Oh, you're not asking too many questions. It was just kind of a broad question. And I just kind of spam answered it. But maybe that question was more meant for the chat, not me. So most of the stores are closed around here on Broadway, and it seems like there are a lot of tourists still. They're just trying to figure out where to go, I think. They're headed to Midtown. They probably just came back from the Borough. Disappointed that the Borough is actually closed. I mean, if they were so confident in their algorithm, you would think they would keep the portal open 24/7. But that tells you that they're not confident in their algorithm to prevent flashing and people sticking up the middle finger and etc. The portal used to be 24/7. Now it closes at, then it closed at 6 p.m. Now it closes at 4 p.m. I bet you now if I go, it's gonna close at 2 p.m. Yeah, LaShawn, the rule of thumb is that like Midtown would be more full of tourists and Lower Manhattan would be less tourists. Usually if you see a lot of pedicabs, that's a sign that the area has more tourists from what I noticed. Because there's really no pedicabs in Lower Manhattan. Like around here, the pedicabs start, what's the word? They start lessening, decreasing. So you probably will see less and less around here, 29th Street, as I transition to Flatiron District and Madison Square Park. I do see them, but way less. That guy let the fire truck go first. I mean, that is kind of how you want to do it, to relieve pressure from yourself trying to speed up, but it's complicated. Oh yeah, when I tried to go Home Depot, it didn't work. I think they have a jammer in Home Depot or something, because when I went inside, it didn't say that I was buffering. It said that my megabytes were good. in terms of the connection. So I was talking and everything, and no one could hear me. And I was just like, what the heck is going on? So I guess it wasn't working. So then I just ended the live stream. But when I went back and saw it, I saw that it ended literally before I went inside. So I think they do have a jammer or something. Because the weird thing about Home Depot was that nobody actually said anything or stopped me or did anything. They just, I think they knew that, well, that guy's turning. I think they knew that there would be no way for me to stream in there. I was actually surprised that Home Depot had customers. Just because, like, I feel like when you go to Home Depot, you need a car. You can't, it's really hard to carry stuff.
Wouldn't we end up having like amazing
When you make a trip to Home Depot, unless you're really barely buying anything, you need a car.
You recording?
Yep. All right, that guy, I don't even know what he said. I don't even know why he asked. He had no follow-up. It's cool to ask me, but I wish he would follow up on why he was curious. Because I could have been an asshole and said, does it look like I'm recording? I could have been an asshole. Oh yeah, I think they jammed the signal in Home Depot. I just came out right afterwards, Peter. I didn't see much, but I did see that they had things that you kind of really couldn't take without a car. So either people were parked, or I don't know, maybe they have those, like, you know, those grocery carts, not those grocery carts, you know, those laundry carts, maybe they have those. So, oh, sorry. Well, it looks pretty lively around here. Those seats are empty, but the seats right here, pretty full. Oh, right, we got a lot of tourists. The restaurant, The Smith, is pretty good. Was there the other day. Why does that sound familiar? Where is that? Is that around where I'm at? You know, I pass by so many things, and I'm so focused on, like, the chat and filming and answering questions and trying to figure out what to say that I just forget all the things around me. Oh, I just passed it. Yeah. Oh, the Smith. Oh, yeah, I see. That one usually has a long line. Let me make sure I didn't miss any of the chats. All right. Although I had issues with the iPhone 15 Pro Max in terms of, like, my gimbal holding it, which I've overcome, it does come in handy for that zoom capability, and also the fact that I get to see more lines on the chat as opposed to if I had a smaller screen. All right, we're here at the Flatiron District. Well, we're almost there. That's the Flatiron building. It's West 21st, 4th Street, one more street. Okay. How depressing is it going to be next January after everything ends and it's the off dead season? But then again, I'll be in a different place in YouTube, hopefully, so that'll make me feel better. I'll feel kind of sad when the cold weather starts coming around, but luckily there's the holiday season to buffer that.
Not go super crazy.
I'll show you in the day stream how much of a difference the sunlight is. See how it looks kind of like dullish, the sun, because even though it's cloudy, it was a lot more sunlight if I came at least 5 hours ago. Let's see when the portal closes down. When does the portal close down? I don't think I need to go there. I can just zoom. Let me zoom real quick before portal is back up at 8 a.m. Wow. It used to be back up at 6 a.m. Now they've extended it. I think the portal's gonna be gone soon. The portal got really, really popular. You remember when we were there in the beginning before they had those fences? It wasn't, that was before the hype. Now it's after the hype. No, it's still technically during the hype. All right. Yo, what's up, Gary? Here we are, Madison Square Park on a Sunday in June at 7:18 p.m. Eastern Time. I sound like I'm tired. I don't think I'm tired. This is as close to a New Yorker park as I can label it as. Is this the closest New Yorker park? Yeah, I would say so. I think so. Madison Square Park. Central Park and Bryant Park. Mostly, not necessarily mostly tourists. I would say 50-50 for both. But this one has to be either 80% New Yorkers / local and 20% tourists, or maybe even up to 90. Locals. Usually they close the lawn around this time, but they have it up, have it open. It's 7:20 p.m. I don't know if we're gonna make it to the sunset, but maybe we can. We'll see. All right, guys, I think we should start walking to try and make the sunset. I mean, we probably won't even have that much of a sunset anyway, because it's kind of cloudy. What's the point of having a beautiful lawn if you can't use it? Asked Peter. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess they have to clean it. But to be honest, like the Bryant Park lawn kind of looks dirty because it's a Midtown Manhattan park. So it's expected to get dirtier faster. I'm not sure about this one or how that works. Probably cleaner because less tourists. Should I go? No, I'm not gonna go through Broadway because then it's gonna send me more east. I'm gonna go through 5th Avenue, and when we get to 14th Street, we'll make a right into the pier, walk along the pier through the remainder of the stream, hopefully make it to the sunset, and then yeah, the 2-hour mark will end it. I was gonna do a pre-recorded video around there once I end the stream, but I have a feeling the vibes aren't going to be ideal. You know, when I was a kid and I used to watch cartoons and I see that the dog always does their business on the fire hydrant. I wasn't sure if that happened in real life until I saw it. I was like, wow, the cartoons were right. But it's not always a fire hydrant that they do their business. Sometimes it's just like over there on the scaffolding or like any type of pole. So yeah, it's just amazing how like things you see in cartoons that you thought were fictional actually do happen in real life. It's a rainy day there in NC, North Carolina. I don't think there's any other NC. Yeah, I actually want rain, believe it or not. It's been a while since it rained. I want to do a rain video, not necessarily a rain stream. And I want there to be a little bit of summer rain. The shadiest park, I think, is Union Square. That's probably the shadiest, sketchiest park, in my opinion. And then Washington Square Park, only in the winter. In the summer, there's too many witnesses and people for it to be sketchy, in my opinion. I think an IRL streamer was at Union Square one time, and he was kind of touristy because he didn't really know much about what's going on in New York, and his pizza got stolen. The guy literally took his pizza.
No, I would actually say you can get it.
So, yeah, be careful around Union Square. I think today they had an adoption, what's the word, festival? Adoption thing going on there for kitties and dogs at Union Square. And today I was like all serious. Like I couldn't even get into my silly mode. I haven't been to bed watching movies all day. You gotta be careful of like Netflix and Hulu because those cliffhangers can really get you, and the next thing you know you're all sleep deprived because you were watching a show and you were binge watching a show. So you always gotta be careful with those. I mean, I don't do that anymore, but I remember when Netflix was still relatively new. And what was I watching? I was watching Lost. I was watching Breaking Bad. I was watching Dexter. I was watching Nip Tuck. I was watching a whole bunch of Netflix shows. And yeah, the cliffhangers always get you. They started doing that on YouTube now too. They always try to leave you with a cliffhanger to see the next video. You're watching Godzilla. The Godzilla vs. Kong movie was actually really good, but only the parts where they were fighting. And then I can't spoil it, but yeah, where they were fighting. That's usually the most interesting parts of all Godzilla movies, the fight. Everything else is like boring. They try to make it interesting, but I feel like they don't include enough of the lore, i.e. like the story of Godzilla in the conversations where the humans are. If they did that, then maybe it'll be more interesting, but it's usually about like human business, and we don't even care about human business when we're watching Godzilla. We want to know about Godzilla and maybe Godzilla's origin story or something like that. Breaking Bad was dangerous. I saw 2 seasons in 1 to 2 days. Yeah, I remember I was addicted to Breaking Bad. I was like, I gotta keep watching this. Breaking Bad was really good. It was like, I think one of the best shows on Netflix. Basically, it's about a summary about a chemistry teacher who was going broke, and he had cancer and he needed a lot of money, and he decided to become, this is not a spoiler, this is just a thing, he decided to become a drug dealer, and he knows how to make meth. So he made meth, and yeah, he started making a lot of money, and you see his whole journey of being a meth dealer. He became a boss with a lot of money, a lot of cash. And his meth was blue. Methamphetamine. I think I told you guys, right? Methamphetamine gives you 1,250 units of dopamine, while food gives you 150. and the act of making babies is around 250 units of dopamine, and cocaine is at 350 units of dopamine. So that gives you perspective on how potent methamphetamine is. So I guess when someone uses it, the default is depression, which is why it's really, really bad for you. Because once you, I guess, reach that level of high at 1250 units of dopamine, the default has to be depression. Because just like, people who drink a lot of caffeine and then they start getting headaches and withdrawal symptoms, they can't sleep without caffeine or a certain amount of coffee. That's because they've gotten used to it. Now they need the caffeine just to feel normal. They think they're getting a boost, but they need the caffeine just to feel normal. You watch 6 Feet Under. After Dexter ended, we're seeing Michael C. Hall is playing a different role. I never really know the actor's name. I always know, oh, that guy was on that show. Oh, that guy was on that show. That's as far as I know. Yeah, I should know more of the actor's name. It'll probably be better for the discussion. Yeah, I think Peaky Blinders, I only watched the first season. I probably should have turned on the, whatchamacallit? Subtitles, because the English they use is so hard to understand. Did I pass 14th Street? Man, I'm talking to you guys, and I think I passed 14th Street. I didn't even realize I passed 14th Street. Sheesh. Oh well, we can always go through the West Village and MacDougal Street and then get to the pier. Oh no, we're here at 14th Street. No, we're here. All right, we're gonna head west on 14th Street, and yeah, we'll go by the pier, go by the beach, pass through Meatpacking District. 14th Street is also around where the High Line ends. But to be more specific, Gansevoort Street, well, ends or begins, depends on how you look at it. If you start at Hudson Yards, that's where it ends. This is why bus-only lanes exist. That guy doesn't have a bus-only lane. The Bear is an awesome show. I haven't seen that. There's so many shows. You know, one of the things I hated about Netflix was they took out the reviews. Because usually I check the reviews to make sure that the show is even worth watching. Now I have to go on Google and I have to go every other place because the reviews are usually accurate, because some documentaries and even crime shows, they just drag on the story. They drag the story on and on and on, and you feel like you just wasted 45 minutes. So reviews usually tell you if something's worth watching. But some reviews are are manipulated. Like, I think Google reviews are manipulated with bots. Yelp, it can't. I don't think Yelp can be are not manipulated. I don't know what they do, but I think Yelp has authentic reviews. And Amazon, I think they're doing a good job stopping bots. But the problem is that a lot of the Amazon sellers, they have incentives. Like they'll give you a $20 Amazon gift card if you leave a good review. Or I technically they say any review, but I guess it's implied that it's a good review. I never actually left a bad review to see if I still get the $20 gift card. I wonder if that actually works. They'll probably ask, why'd you leave a bad review? It's like, you told me to give my honest opinion. Now give me my $20. Man, we're at 14th Street. I think as we get closer to the edge of the 14th Street, it'll be a little more, it'll pick up a little more because that's the end of the High Line. That's where Little Island is, Gansevoort Beach, Meatpacking District. And I guess you don't really see as many people here because they probably enter the train stations around here. In 8th Avenue, there's the E train and I think A, C, and E. And then 6th Avenue, they have the F. It takes a decent amount of time to traverse the width of Manhattan. I wouldn't underestimate it. So right now we're going from 5th Avenue all the way to the edge. So I guess you can like measure by the live stream how long it takes. So that's like half of the width of Manhattan. That's what makes it easy to navigate because it's like a skinny island, skinny Long Island. If it had the same mass as Queens and Brooklyn, it would be much harder to navigate. And that's probably why it adds to the liveliness, because it's so dense. Even then, there's still pockets of dead zones. All right, we're in 6th Avenue because I see the FM train here. How far will I be on YouTube? What's good, man?
African Cinderella.
Okay. I got you. Yeah, I wonder how far I'll be on YouTube once this finally finishes. This scaffolding, we'll see. That's how long scaffolding takes to finish. It says work in progress. Oh, they actually tell you when it's anticipated. Residential spring of 2026. Yeah, this is how it's gonna look. That's not even that good of a drawing. That looks like a kid's drawing. So there's a few streets you can see Manhattan Hinge. You can see Manhattan Hinge from 14th Street, 42nd Street, and 23rd Street. I don't necessarily recommend 14th Street because the High Line is in the way. Let me show you. Can I show you? And there's a bunch of trees in the way. So 14th Street is probably not that great. I'm not sure about 23rd Street. I think the High Line is in the way that way too. I mean, I guess it depends on what type of photo you're after. But 42nd Street doesn't really have any trees. New York scaffolding will be gone when Moan is ready for nursing home, says Peter. Hopefully I make it there, because that's when we have the, I think I'll be in my 80s when we get a full eclipse. But it's a sunrise full eclipse, I think. So that'll be interesting. I'm not sure if a full eclipse is even as remarkable as people make it out to be. I think only people that have experienced it can say it. But it depends, right? Like if you're a science enthusiast, you might have more of a biased opinion. But my impression was it gets dark. But from what I've seen on videos, it doesn't necessarily get as dark as people say it does. People think it does. It gets kind of like dark-ish, but not like complete darkness, equivalent to night. Peter says, I bet you make it in 93. Yeah, we'll see. There's no study on people, long-term study on people who work out regularly and how their life expectancy. If there was, then I would be the first person to check that out. But then again, I never really looked. I doubt it, because I think exercising regularly is more of a newer generation thing. Hopefully that didn't sound like it was an insult to the older generation.
Para allá, bro.
She goes like this.
Oh, look at this convenience store. This looks like a this looks like polished in a way, even though it looks a little rough. Even though it looks a little rough, the inside is very polished. Because usually if the outside is rough, the inside should be rough. So maybe the outside is rough by design. Instead of walking these streets, your kids will be pushing you in a wheelchair so you can do your stream, says Peter. Are you sure about that? I think I'll still be good and able in my 80s in terms of being able to walk and do what I need to do. Whew. Man, how long has it been since I think I went through 6th Avenue? Is this 8th Avenue? Maybe I passed a block and I didn't notice. So it does take a decent amount to traverse even half of the width of Manhattan. Probably half an hour, I'm guessing, because I think I started at 5th Avenue around an hour and 30 minutes, and it's an hour and 49 minutes. Peter says, I have complete confidence in longevity and desire to stream. I'm not sure if you're serious or trolling, but yeah, I didn't take what you said seriously. I knew you were joking.
Yup. No.
Bum, bum, bum. I'm gonna still use the underdog story even when I get the views.
I was like, oh, he doesn't appreciate it.
Technically, I still have less subscribers. You know, the most inspiring stories are the ones where it's the underdog and they're the rebel and the outcast. That doesn't usually happen in real life. Real life, you know, it's usually the underdog story, but it's very rare for the underdog to be a rebel and the outcast and still succeed and go against the grain. Being a rebel is a high risk, high reward move.
I do. I really love my unit.
The only real life rebel I could think of is the old Eminem around 1999-2000. He came into a predominantly black genre, and in his Marshall Mathers LP, he says the craziest things that could get you canceled. And that was a very high risk move for him. And that actually catapulted him to the top. And he sold like 1 million the first week and 8 million that year. And that was his peak. So not only was he the underdog, he was the rebel and the outcast too, and he succeeded. So those stories don't usually happen in real life, mostly in fictional tales, from what I noticed. I have to like look into and see how else that happened and where else that happened. Look, 8-bit art. What is this, Mario? That doesn't look like Mario. Oh, I think that's Pac-Man. M album dropping this month. Yeah, I like the. I feel like the new Eminem isn't as good as the old, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this album is. All right, we're approaching the Meatpacking District, and how long did it take me to traverse half of Manhattan? Let me see. I actually have a good idea and read of that now. Yeah, it probably takes about half an hour, if I had to guess. I'm still not all the way at the edge, but I'm pretty much close to the edge. Hey, what's up?
Greg don't give a fuck.
No,
Like,
he will come
stand
in
there with
and
his
I'd be
mouth
like,
like this and-
Oh yeah, he has a new song. Yep, I saw it. It's all right, but the old Eminem, I feel like nothing will compare to the old Eminem.
to be mentioned.
Man, is it humid today? Can someone use a night bot? Put I forgot exclamation weather space NYC. I want to see the humidity. Is the Meatpacking District the same as Tribeca? No, completely different. The Meatpacking District is a lot higher, around 14th Street. It starts at 14th Street on the north border, which where I am, and it ends at Gansevoort Street at the south border. If you put Meatpacking District on Google Maps, it'll give you a good idea. And Tribeca is all the way close to downtown Financial District, which is in the edge of Manhattan, pretty close to the edge of Manhattan on the other side. So if you put that on Google Maps, it'll show you the exact location. It'll give you a little area. What's the humidity? 49%. I can't tell how bad that is. I don't usually check humidity. It is definitely harder to breathe today than any other day for me. I will say that. All right. Wait, sorry, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry about that. What does this say? Can we still? You know, some of these chalk or whatever writing they have on the concrete sidewalk, they seem to not fade. So I'm not sure if they're using a certain material of chalk or something, but I have to keep an eye out on some of them, whether they're fading, because after all the foot traffic and rain and elements, you would think that they would go away, but some of them are still here. Hey, what's up, Luis Ramos? Yeah, the girl was jogging right behind me. But the weird thing was that out of all the space she had, she was like literally right behind me, which is kind of weird. There was so much space on the other side. I mean, I feel like male and female joggers have a tendency to like jog right next to people and just go in front of the camera. Even though there's a lot of space. Are there any places for lease now? Yeah, usually around the Meatpacking District, or I don't see them too often in Fifth Avenue. I guess Fifth Avenue gets leased real quick, but in the Meatpacking District, I see like stores that don't have a store in them, just nothing. Like, I think it's for lease. It doesn't say for lease, but I can make an educated guess that it is. And inside the Moynihan Train Hall, there's a lot of stores for lease. A lot of empty stores. But I'll try to keep an eye out as I walk by and try to pan towards them. If I do see them.
That is the dyslexia.
Some of them explicitly say for lease, and some of them they just don't say anything. They just show like a placeholder, which implies it's for lease. Yeah, I think we're good. This cross street does not make sense. The only way a car could come here is through there. That's why none of the tourists cross. I don't blame them, because when I was here, I just didn't know how to cross here. Man, they got their booths set up here so confidently. The Canal Street Hustlers. But if you're talking about like apartments, there are almost always stuff for lease, but it's very competitive and hard in Manhattan. Not just Manhattan, even in the other boroughs. Should we go into Little Island? Where are we at, 2 hours? No, screw Little Island. Actually, let me see the atmosphere of Little Island using my Zoom, and then from there decide whether we should go take a peek. Oh no, I felt rain, but I have an umbrella, so no worries. Little Island was inspired by Super Mario World and Yoshi's Island. No, I'm just kidding. I just made that up. But I'm pretty sure it did, if I had to guess. It was, I mean. Did, was, I can't even. Past, present tense. Future tense, tense. The World Trade Center has mechanisms built in to attract the lightning. So usually when you see lightning, it seems to be attracted to the World Trade Center. So it's a common occurrence to see lightning strike the World Trade Center. Oh, it seems like Little Island is lively, so let's just go take a peek and then come out. And we'll end at Gansevoort Beach, and then that's it. I think it's gonna rain. I noticed that Little Island is really, really busy on the weekend and pretty slow on the weekday. Like insanely busy on the weekend. Because in the weekday, the lawn, there's nobody in the lawn, there's barely anybody here. But on the weekend, there's always people all the way up to the nighttime, which is insane to me because there's like no lights at the night. Every time I've started the nightlife video here, you notice that at night there were people here. I don't necessarily recommend the Little Island at night because the lack of lights, but seems like people do like to come here, or maybe it's their first time coming here and they just wanted to check it out. Or it's just a bunch of people from the High Line that transitioned into Little Island. That's probably what it is. Let's go up here and just sit down for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then no, I don't know if I want to sit down. I have black pants on. If I sit down, I'm gonna ruin my pants. I'm going to ruin my pants. Yeah, no worries, Jerry. I saw a picture of the Statue of Liberty getting struck by lightning. It says Gary Carpenter. I don't think I've ever seen that. I think the only time we'll really be able to get to see that is if, don't do what I'm doing here, because you need balance to do this, because this hill is steep, and you'll notice most people, once they go up, they won't go down. I probably would risk going down if I didn't have a gimbal, if I was all the way up, but this hill is pretty steep. Like I've said on the other streams, the bathrooms are right. You see where the kids are playing with the little harmonic step thingy, and where you see this little greenery entrance, right here is where the bathrooms are. And over there they have a refill station for your water. So it's hard to miss. It's right next to one of the entrances. So if you don't see it on that entrance, it's right next to this one right here. Sorry. I'm gonna go a little more hard in the paint, Jerry, by posting 4K videos and doing live streams the same day. I'm gonna try to post one tomorrow. There will be a live stream too. Mondays are a little more difficult. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if it's lively. People should be coming to hang out with me, just like Solo 401 says. But the liveliness, I think, brings more and more people, and it's kind of on you to retain that audience. All right, let's go to the Gansevoort Beach where there's a bunch of Canadian geeses, which I used to call ducks, but Peter corrected me a bunch of times until I finally started calling them geese, which looking back, I was kind of dumb because they don't look anything like ducks. And like he said, ducks are more aggressive, so ducks are more likely to chase you down. Maybe I could do a pre-recorded video. Nah. Usually it's lively right here, and as soon as you go down, it starts getting more dead. And the financial district will definitely be dead today on Sunday. Yes, Sundays are usually good viewership days. That's why I try my best not to miss Sundays. You know, the cons of all the greenery here actually hinders the World Trade Center view as you walk the pier, as you can see. Because as I was walking back towards Little Island, I looked back and I saw that I couldn't really see the World Trade Center. So that's one of the things that kind of sucks. Because that view is really nice as you're walking towards the financial district. Let's hope I get to bring my silly side out tomorrow. I hate when I'm like all informative. I guess it's better than completely being blanked out. I feel like the silly side is way more fun when I'm animated and just I say a whole bunch of random things and just that takes more work, but I don't know how it comes out. All right, here we are at Gansevoort Beach. Is Gansevoort Beach on Gansevoort Street? Yeah, it is. It is, because I could see that it is. Man, let me see. Maybe I should do a pre-recorded video. Let me see how many people there are. People. I'm surprised. It doesn't make any sense because it's gonna rain. Why are there so many people here today? And then yesterday there weren't as many people as there are today. I think after I end the live stream it's gonna start raining. I'm pretty sure. Usually, I guess if they feel threatened by a human, they're more likely to attack as a group, right? I think that's how it works. They would never attack solo unless, I think that's how most animals work.
Mommy.
They wanted to get wet or maybe just get out of the house, says Peter. You think so? I don't know. Is it gonna rain? Let me see what my watch says. My watch says cloudy. Has a sunset. The sun, we don't even see the sun. It's 8:06 p.m. So in theory we should see a nice orange glow, but it seems like there's nothing in the sky. The sky doesn't look too bad, actually. Not like that other day where it was all just black and gloomy. I mean, it is kind of gloomy, but there's actually people outside. So maybe that, what's the word, equalizes it. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end the live stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think I'll post a pre-recorded video tomorrow and do a live stream. If not, I'll definitely do a live stream. Peace out, guys, and see you tomorrow. I don't know where, but we will see you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. Well, let me see if this works. Does this work now? Please tell me this works. Oh no, this doesn't work still. Okay, this doesn't work. Yes, this doesn't work still. I'm gonna end the stream. I just trying to make sure nobody else says goodbye to me or says anything at the end, because sometimes people do and I just don't realize it. Let me zoom in here one more time. I don't know if I should do a wow, so many people, kind of insane. All right, guys, like the video, subscribe for more New York City walking content. We'll be back tomorrow.